no,
Less than a year,
only a few months.
few months.
Yeah, because we moved, gosh, I don't know how many times um, uh, in a short period of time, and then we landed at West 23rd. Uh, gosh, I don't have that list of addresses in front of me,
Oh,
but
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not aware that lived we lived in that little house we think is on University for a little bit, and then for a even littler bit, we lived in that garage.
yes,
All right, and then I thought from that garage we moved directly to 23rd Street. I
we
don't
did.
remember any others.
We did. We did. Um, but do you, do you want me to go get that list of
No,
addresses?
no. You've highlighted something that I had a bad assumption about. Um,
But I think within a year, within 1 year, we lived at three different places.
my gosh, carrying on the Midwest tradition.
Right, yeah. That we lived on the at the University Street house. You're not University Street. Yeah, the University Street house, the garage, and then West 23rd, all within a year.
Right, those three places.
Yes, yes.
So you
But
didn't.
you're, go ahead, Stan.
Oh, I was just wondering. You didn't live very long then in the hotel down by the train depot. Then very
Oh,
long.
yeah, that's the point. No, that was, I think, a matter of weeks,
Oh, was it?
perhaps.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that's kind of my impression that I have.
I
Okay, so if we
I,
were
I
to recite it, oh, go ahead, Pat.
I was just going to say I have wondered how where did Mom keep all of their furniture,
Yeah, yeah,
and stuff
no
during
idea.
that period of
Good
time.
question. Good
But anyway,
question.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So if we say the train pulls in Eugene, we
Mm-hmm.
go to the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and sometime weeks later, perhaps, we go to this University Street house, and we
Mm-hmm.
go to this little garage,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to other places
Just to
for just
West 20,
West 23rd.
West 23rd.
I was misunderstanding what you're saying.
Okay.
Sounded like there were four in a way, if we count the hotel. There were four places up to this point that we lived in Eugene.
Right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Well, including West 23rd. So there
Yes.
were four different addresses. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hotel, University, Garage, and 23rd Street. Right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's what I think is also the case.
Okay.
Um, okay. I need to fix. Let's see, Eugene.
Pat,
Uh,
how old were the two of you when you moved into the 23rd Street house?
Well, I would have been three.
Oh, just a little tyke.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I went to I think, second grade in um, when we lived in, when was that? I think I started the third grade when we moved to Jefferson Street.
To,
Is that about right?
to 23rd Street.
Yeah,
Unless you were in the third grade for an awfully long time.
the shame of my life.
that kind of blows Mom's thought of you as being the genius of the family.
Oh, absolutely. If I were you guys, I wouldn't trust her opinion on that subject much.
Well, yeah, so you would have been about 8 years old, Bill. So yeah,
Yeah,
that would have put you in the second
and,
grade. Yeah.
and close. This is horseshoes, as far as I'm concerned. We just get close.
Hmm.
And okay, so we lived in a garage a few months. Would that be about right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Okay, that's the note I'm making. And I'll fix this third picture over it.
so you were, Pat, you were 2 when you moved to Eugene? When you came to Eugene, roughly?
Y- Yes, we moved to Eugene in December of 45. And so, and then I would have turned 3 in March of 46.
46, okay.
You see this bit of text by itself. It says, "Does Pat know how long we lived there?" It sounds like yes, a few months.
Uh-huh.
Uh, all right. I thought it was a little longer, but I do believe you. You moved out of the garage around September. Do you agree with that?
Uh, um, well, there again, if you would check that list of addresses that Margaret created,
Okay, I'll do that. I do have it.
yes. So
Right.
that'll give you all of the information you need to know about address about
Okay. Check addresses.
yes.
Address list
Ye- Yes.
for duration.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know what to do. Great.
Oh,
All right, moving on.
okay.
Here's a cute scene. This picture has a lot that I think is great. A lot about this, the work that Dad put in there. This I think was at the garage.
Yeah.
Look,
Uh-huh.
that's
Uh,
where Scotty adopted us. Um, uh, uh, here we are. It's really what grapes of wrath kind of an existence. And here are these kids grinning like they're just having a marvelous time, and
of
I
course.
think so.
Yes.
All
Yep.
right,
Yep. Unburdened with any problems.
Yeah.
boy, isn't that true?
Well,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think. Hmm?
oh, I was just thinking, probably most of Eugene was probably in the same, pretty much the same boat that you were at right after the war, weren't you?
Well, I think the reason that it was such a problem for us was because uh, the soldiers returning, from serving in the army, and they had priority for housing. So
Yeah,
um, I think that's why we were having such a hard time finding suitable housing.
yeah.
There's a lot of turmoil, perhaps. So, a lot of folks moving around and so forth. We moved to the West Coast for who knows why. I believe I'd sign up for what you just said. I think. Okay, the next one over moved out of the garage and then 23rd Street house toward the end of 46. That's an address thing. Uh, uh, then the third picture over.
Oh, hey, just very quickly,
Yeah,
because the address on the house there was different from 660. So it just occurred to me, do you think that house was moved onto that lot
Oh,
from,
and I don't know why the address would be different. It could be that there was just sort of an administrative problem, and that it was assigned the wrong address. But it looks like probably moving this house would not have been a big problem. So, and I
oh,
guess it could be that way too. I don't know.
yeah, because it was just up on blocks. It wasn't even
Yeah,
on a foundation.
yeah, didn't have a foundation in any real way.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you would,
good question. I don't know the answer.
because you would think if they were going to build a house, I mean, and it's, pretty well put together at that point,
Mm-hmm.
um, that they wouldn't have put it on a foundation.
Yeah, yeah. That's not a bad assumption,
how do
but I don't know how to cur- figure that out.
how do you know
Hmm.
the address was different, Pat? Do you see it, or do you on the?
The house number on that little white plaque.
Oh, you can see it.
Well, I can't because my picture's too small, but yes, on the photograph you can.
Oh, I'll be darned.
It's seven. Isn't it start with a seven? It's like 700 something.
I think so. That
Yeah,
sounds,
doesn't matter much, but it's different. It's not six.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there was some funny business there, and well, I don't know, funny business. It's a change, and I guess we're not awfully sure why. I don't know that if I knew the answer, I might address it in my comments. And if people, if you know, I'm happy to make a comment about the address, but I can't read it either on this thing. I might be able to blow it up and read it better.
Oh, that's okay. It's um I don't know that it needs to be commented on.
Or I could say the house number is whatever. I could read it and say it's seven something or other, and say we don't know why it was changed to 660.
Right, yeah.
Maybe just acknowledge it. I'll think about that. Okay.
Okay.
Why house number changed? Okay. Third one over. Number of changes were made. I think this is pretty general sort of information, mostly true. All
Uh-huh.
true, I suspect. Fourth
Uh-huh.
one over. This is just or comment, not facts.
Uh-huh.
Those.
Uh-huh.
Well, there was a. Um, I think that is a chimney. That chimney is you'll notice isn't there on the second picture
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
when Dad added that other room, that wood stove was in there. Oh,
uh,
that it went out the window.
went out the window. Yeah.
Yeah. So would that
All
chimney
true.
be necessary for the heater that was in the living room?
Well, I would think so. You know that those fumes would have to vent somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I guess we're still a little bit guessing why the chimney. I'm assuming the chimney. You know, this
Oh,
is an
yeah,
assumption
yeah.
on my part.
That's right. I didn't read your dialogue until,
Yeah, yeah. How the folks did it. I those are comments I think we all would agree on how in the world did they manage to do that.
right. Yeah. Yep.
Let's see, I don't have anything for this picture of Dad that's here. That's just dummy text, and I have to fix that.
Oh,
I'll put it something. Oh, but you'll notice the address is now 660.
Mm-hmm.
right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Okay, the second picture over here, posing nicely in what a sort of a pioneer Little House on the Prairie outfit. Um, is Scotty, and I don't have any idea where that this house is.
I can tell you where that house is. Uh,
Okay, I'm
it
ready.
was at my friend Beverly's, who lived down the street from us, maybe 5, 6 houses down the street towards Adams, uh, that direction. Um, that's where she lived.
What side of the street, Pat?
The same side as our house.
On the south side, then. We'll have to see if we can find that house.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, I have
possibly.
I have one or two other pictures um, take that were taken when I was at that house, which might show the address.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Oh, good.
That'd be
but
neat.
yeah, that's the little girl I went to visit when I wasn't supposed to, and Mom took me home and tied me to the tree at the front.
Oh, that's the girl.
That's the girl.
Is that you in the picture, Pat?
Yeah, that's me.
Do you
Yeah.
know why you're dressed up like a pioneer girl?
Nope, have no idea. We might have just been playing dress up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
But
Houses West.
but Scotty was with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scotty was with me.
Hmm.
Um, the what's the name of the friend?
Beverly.
Beverly.
I couldn't tell you her last name though.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll try to work Beverly's name into a witty dialogue.
He,
Okay.
he probably lived uh, pretty much across the street from Hodges. Um,
Yeah, judging from being down, you know that there was a hill that dipped down and then back up to get up to Friendly Street.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Any knowledge of where that was in that geography?
No, not really.
Yeah. The door and the porch and the window might give us some clues
Yeah.
as to part of our search. It looks like there's a both a broom over there to the left to the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. It does look like that. Yeah.
And I think it's another broom on the other side too,
That one
right
I can't
to the
see.
right of Scotty.
Huh. I can't tell what that.
It's pretty little. My picture is probably a little bigger than yours.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Third picture over Christmas. I guessed at the time 47 because
Uh-huh.
the house, the floor is shiny and all that stuff.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mickey Mouse pool toy. Yeah, yeah, just sort of. Uh, okay, I guess I don't
Well,
have any questions there. Comments are gladly received, but
no, I like what you wrote.
oh, good, good.
Hmm.
Some of this stuff was fun to write.
I
I
bet.
was trying to work in like amazing what mom and dad did. I want to
Yes.
get a glimpse other than just mechanics. S- it would be easy to write just like an engineer. This is a house, and this is a front door, and exciting stuff like that. But those the personal, human part of it,
Yes.
text can help.
Yeah.
Tin toys, how it works. I guess it's all about that chicken.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah.
That was before we knew we were supposed to keep marbles away from little kids.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the days.
Yeah, well, little kids were smarter then and knew not to swallow marbles.
I have a feeling swallowing marbles probably isn't fatal as a rule. Let's see. Yeah, I have no recollection of this wagon. None.
I'll be darned, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's the reading stuff, register, newspaper. Yeah, and reading is an important part. Okay, totally empty. Any comments about? I need to fix the picture. I can get that moved up. This looks like it's in the backyard of 23rd Street. Here's the
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. And this is okay, where's the edge? Oh, this is the edge of the house. You probably can't see that as well. This is the edge of the house, so this is probably bathroom window
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And we speculated about the pipe being plumbing, had to do with the plumbing.
That's right. That's right. That cast iron pipe. They didn't have plastic pipe at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can throw some words in on that one. Uh, okay, back of apple tree. And bathroom window. Okay, okay, good. Now, this third picture over, is this 23rd Street?
It is, and Mom is sitting there nursing Stan.
Right.
And so it would have been, um, I don't see a Christmas tree in evidence.
I
So,
don't either.
so it probably was either very early of, it must have been in um, the very early December of 1950.
Hmm.
Yeah, you think 1950?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
because we,
okay.
yeah,
yeah, because I was
Radio.
obviously just newborn there.
you were newborn, yeah. So, and I don't know what month it was that we moved to 23rd Street. There again, the that list of addresses that
Yeah.
Margaret would help there.
Okay, and yes, it's 23rd Street.
Yeah,
Okay.
That
Okay.
that radio moved to the Jefferson Street house, didn't it? That's the
it,
we
yes.
had that for a number of years.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, it's there's an attempt to have that thing in the living room of Jefferson Street.
right. Yeah.
We just don't
I,
have a good example of it.
I have a memory of that when I'm not sure how it arrived at the 23rd Street house. I don't, if it was a if it came in somebody's pickup truck or the furniture store delivered it. I don't have any recollection of that. I do remember that it was sitting on um, the window side of the living room, underneath the window there in the living room.
Right. Right.
And and we were, Bill, you and I were so excited about looking at it and seeing, everything.
Yes. Yes.
Do you remember opening both of the
And
drawers?
they started to tip, or did
And
it really tip?
well, I remember it tipping, I mean, completely tipping over,
Oh,
but it's possible that it didn't actually happen, that it was tipped completely over.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. With my lightning fast reflexes, I might have caught it.
Yeah,
Um,
or you
yeah.
threw it underneath so that I cushioned the fall. I don't
Of
know.
course, of course. I mean,
hmm,
that's an expensive piece of electronic
yeah.
equipment there.
Yes,
And
What were in those drawers? A radio and a phonograph, or
phonograph on the left-hand side and radio on the right. Was it
y-
that way?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
so. You can see where the speaker went.
oh
Can
yeah,
you? I don't know
yeah.
if you can
Uh-huh.
see it
Uh,
there.
yeah,
But yeah, these were drawers that pulled straight out. I don't think they tipped out, did they? I think they pulled out.
I remember them just pulling it straight
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Uh,
And this is the green chair.
Um, yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, here's this is obviously 23rd Street.
Uh-huh.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, that's Hanson's across the street.
Hanson's across the street. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hanson. I don't remember that name, so I'm gonna put it on the picture.
Is that directly across the street from the 23rd Street house, Pat?
Yes.
So right across the street. Okay.
And it was Thor, Thor, Thor and Francis Hanson.
Thor
Uh-huh.
and what?
Francis.
Francis,
His name
as
was
in mule.
his name was Thor.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Suppose he was from Sweden.
Uh, Maybe Swedish background, but I don't remember them having an accent.
Right, right, like we're German. Hansen, S-E-N.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll use that. Um,
So
uh,
do you
yeah, go
have
ahead.
enough notes about that third picture?
I think I'll compose something. We may need to come back to it after a while.
Yeah.
Uh, this, this is really like polishing something or sanding something down with coarse sandpaper and finer and finer and finer. Uh, and always getting a little smoother, a little better. I think I got this bicycle from Chuck Hodges.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I think I bought it from him. And you
Wow.
see that double, I don't know if you can see it, that double bar
Oh yeah.
thing here. That's where I would roll my swimming suit up um, in it and stuff it in there because there's no
Oh
carrier thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to put that in your
Yeah, I
commentary.
think I will do that. When we're done, I might have some time today to do that.
Bill, could you just briefly? Could you go back up to that picture of the bicycle you're saying by? That's an incredibly large bicycle
It
because
is very tall. Yes.
yeah,
Well, or perhaps I was still selecting petite clothes at the time. I wasn't very big. That was what? Well, what would that be? Sixth grade, maybe.
so-
Fifth,
Uh,
sixth grade, maybe.
Probably. Yeah. That's probably a good guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
and when I wrote it, it had fenders, so the fenders came after you had it. It looks like.
I think I may have been the one taking it off, being possibly. I don't remember how the fenders came off. Um,
You rode that bike, Stan?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a surprise.
I inherited it from I guess you, Pat, probably you, Pat, or maybe Bill. I don't know. Yeah,
Well, well, I remember that I always rode a boy's bike. So maybe that's probably the same bike that rode.
yeah,
Um, huh.
yeah. I rode that to Adams,
Oh, I'll
which
be
was
darned.
harder. It was just a one gear bike, and it was
Yeah,
harder than
no
heck.
gears, just a one gear bike, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it had a
But we were
metal. I'm sorry.
we were very sturdy.
Well, yeah. Thanks to that bike, probably,
Yeah.
Probably.
and had a
Yeah.
metal
Yeah.
seat. The canvas had or the whatever was on there had worn off and or torn off, and it
Oh,
was a metal
yeah.
seat on it.
Grapes of wrath. Fine.
Oh,
Yes.
kids today would be horrified at that.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Well,
Oh,
I was
that's
somewhat
right.
embarrassed in school to ride that bike, but
But you rode it.
I
You
did
didn't
ride it.
have.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I rode it everywhere
Yeah.
and put cards in
Huh.
the spokes, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Hmm. Let's see. Bottom left
yep.
looks like. Well, this is 23rd certainly. I'm reading Mom's holding you, Stan.
Yep.
Reading and reading. I think.
Is.
Seems like there's a book sort of sideways. She has Stan on her lap closer to her face, and then there's this book open about halfway, open up under looking straight down from my face. If you go straight down between her knees and my face is the book.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Huh. Yep. I can't see that.
Right.
So,
Right.
huh.
And Pat, you're looking at the camera. You have bangs,
I
and
did. Yes. Yep.
yeah, and you're holding. I think it looks like you're holding something. It's sort of
Uh-huh.
a bright white spot, but I can't make out what it is.
Right. Yeah. I can't either.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll have some words for that, I think.
So that's it. Probably was taken at the very same day as the other one where mom's holding.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably, yeah, probably true. Cute hair, cute hairstyle. Uh, I'm not sure the picture, which is cut at a bit of an angle. I'm not sure what that's about. I can't make it out at all. It looks like there's some magazines laying on something. It's in front of the green couch. And somebody, maybe this probably, oh, this must be Jefferson Street. I think I'm seeing, though, you remember the doorbell that we had? I think it was on Jefferson Street. It had the two tubes that hang down. That would go
Oh
bump.
yeah. Oh, yes,
That is the
yeah.
Jefferson Street house because it has that curved into the
Yes,
dining room.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. If that's what it is, would what was it? A door where the furnace was? Was that would be a square door,
Well, that was
and that curved top would be dining room? Oh, we can see the window in the dining room. I bet you're right, Stan.
Uh-huh.
that's the doorway into the dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I don't know who has that picture. I may have gotten this from Margaret.
It looks like uh from my little tiny picture that I'm seeing here, somebody is one of the kids, the younger kids, are is on the couch, and it almost looks like they're holding a cat, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it sort of does up near their face,
Uh-huh.
hugging a cat. It could
Yeah,
be,
yeah,
not sure. And
yeah.
it's someone sitting on the arm.
yeah, they have a doll
Uh,
in their hand or something, or in their
no,
arms.
Oh,
It's a little head
Margaret,
peeking up.
Margaret, perhaps.
I think that might be Margaret and me, Bill.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you're right. Bet you're right.
It
maybe she sent that to you for just uh,
Placeholder.
well, no, not necessarily a placeholder, but just to show you like the doorbell chimes, that wall, and
Yeah,
that baby.
yeah. This picture doesn't belong here, I think.
No.
No, this one needs to go somewhere else. Uh, any idea where? Okay, third picture. That's you, Pat. That's probably 23rd Street.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
narrow board
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
about
Although
Uh,
how old are you?
that's just me. That's just me. So I don't know why that picture's in.
yeah, yeah. I'll probably move it. Um, uh, yeah, maybe both of these pictures need to be moved.
Are
Uh-huh.
you about you look like about 7 there, Pat? Are you about 6 or 7? Can you tell?
I would guess that's about
It's
right.
pro
About
it's probably a new,
about the same as I was sitting on the bicycle.
yeah, yeah, it's probably a new dress,
The
probably.
Yeah,
Hmm. Could
looks
be.
like
Yeah.
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 I think Mom took pretty good care of those clothes. I
Yeah.
think
She
that's her
did.
heart.
Yeah.
The car. If we're ready to move on,
Uh-huh.
is this you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
and here I am, Barney Ofield or whatever the name would be, leaning forward with uh, probably really going fast. Any idea what the house is behind it?
I'm guessing that was the house, um, because I don't know what direction our house faced, but that it would have been the next door neighbor, on the if you were looking at our house, it would be to the right of our house.
Yes, yes. I bet you are correct on
Well,
that,
the Powells?
Pat.
Would it be the Powell's
N-
house?
No, this is
No,
on.
this is 23rd.
Oh, this is 23rd Street house.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This adventure occurred at on from 23rd Street. Uh,
Now, was it Bill? Did you have two bikes? Was it a two bike car?
I, that's the way I remember it. But Pat, do you remember? Did I steal your bike too?
Um, it was each had a bike, but I don't know um, what whose bike I was using because I don't think I had my own bike at the time. Maybe I did, but I don't remember that.
You know, that's maybe my thing about two bikes is not correct.
No, it is correct. There were two
It
bikes.
is. There are two bikes.
Yeah,
Okay. Don't
yes.
know where it came from.
Yeah, because that was the only way you could build it that big, the car that big.
Uh, you're right. I don't know how else we could do it.
Yeah. And I don't know how you suspended it from the bikes how we did that all. I don't know.
Yeah, we need better pictures here
Or better memories.
and better memories.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
you would have both had to steer the same direction at the same time.
yeah, yeah.
That is amazing. That is so creative. That's amazing.
I
Well, at the age and what tools we had and so forth, I don't remember a lot of help from mom or dad on that.
And Pat,
know,
do you remember that being stored up in the 24th Street garage? Do you remember the car being stored up there?
I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah, I remember going up there and seeing it. It was up in the attic, in over the garage.
Isn't
Oh,
that funny?
Yeah, they kept that for
Some,
many, many years.
isn't that something? I wonder why.
yeah, I wonder why too. Well, sentimental reasons,
That
perhaps.
reasons, yeah. Yeah.
Um, hey, moving on.
Yep.
Anybody remember anything about this chicken?
I don't, but Margaret probably would, or if Stan maybe.
I remember the
But
chicken, but I don't remember anything other than I'm guessing it belonged to either you or Pat Bill.
Yeah, I have no recollection of it.
it,
Margaret's a good idea.
is that in the picture of the Christmas with you sitting with the wagon, and don't you make a comment about that chicken? And not the one that laid the marbles, but um,
I think that's a
um,
different chicken,
Uh,
Pat. I think.
yeah, the chicken in this picture is a tin
oh
chicken.
no,
That's the marble. The marble chicken is a tin chicken. And here's Mickey Mouse that played a
okay,
drum, I think, or a xylophone.
Yeah, he played
okay,
it.
that
He played a drum. Yeah.
Drum.
okay.
And here's another view of Mickey Mouse. But I don't see. Yeah,
No,
this picture. I'll have to talk to Margaret about that.
yeah, yeah,
But its wings go up and down when you pulled it.
yes, yeah,
I think here's part of the machinery
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
that right here that would go up and down, and the chicken wings would flutter,
Hmm.
sort of.
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know who to credit for this picture. Um,
I wonder if
okay,
Mark,
yeah, she
maybe,
might. I'll check with Margaret, see what she remembers of that.
yeah.
Um, now let's see. Uh,
We we skipped over some pictures. Um,
um,
go back to the chicken one.
yeah, yeah.
Those we haven't talked about.
Okay, see Margaret. Okay, all right. Any idea where this picture is?
We have debated that several times, and
Yeah,
we'd have no idea.
yeah.
But
Uh,
how old are you
well,
there?
gosh, shoot. Yeah. This has to be 23rd Street.
Not necessarily.
Could be somebody else's house.
Yeah,
But it's when you
yeah,
lived.
Yeah.
But it's at that time frame of the 23rd Street
it is.
house.
Yeah, the time frame. I think it must be. Yes, that would have to be that time frame. Yeah. Don't know. So I don't know. Would this be looking? Would this be looking north? Maybe.
I,
Don't know.
I don't think it's 23rd Street. And somebody else was there and took the picture. I mean, we were someplace where somebody else took the group picture. So my guess, we could have been visiting neighbors or, you
Yeah,
know,
that's true. Do we
that,
knew people that were as poor as we were?
oh, evidently.
Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not sure what I want to do with that picture. I wish I knew more about it.
Yeah.
At the beach, just judging by the age, this looks like this is Jefferson time frame. Uh, and just the four of us. I think we must have had a car at the time. Um,
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if it's, we would have moved to Jefferson Street, when Stan was just a baby.
Right.
And, and we do have some color pictures I, of when we were still living at 23rd Street. So
Uh-huh.
I would guess that that was from the 23rd Street era.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and and an early t Technicolor
Yeah.
Kodachrome picture, whatever they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The color, color must have been just coming in about that time, roughly. Oh,
Yeah.
they'd have it during the war. They actually had color movies of the World War II,
Uh-huh.
but it wasn't common. I know
Right.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought of get a remark of the color.
Yeah, you look,
This,
Bill, you look younger. You look younger in this, and Margaret does, or Pat does too. Looks younger in this picture
yeah,
than it does
compared to
over there.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the order might be out of whack.
Mm.
I've been trying to just get older as we let's go from left to right. So that ought to be moved. I think that observation's true, Stan.
Yeah, you look about
Uh-huh.
a year younger, I'm guessing.
Probably about right. Yeah, yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's, more mysteries. Um, Not at all sure where this Speed Racer picture is located either.
Right.
Um, here's I have no idea where it's located.
Uh-uh.
Was this back in Iowa or Nebraska or
No. Uh-uh. I
Doubt it.
I don't think
no?
so. It could have been up on University.
Oh, yeah.
But would we be going? Would someone be taking pictures of me, and we would have a copy of it? I don't remember having a tricycle.
I don't think you did. There again, we could have been visiting
Yeah,
somebody up
could have,
on
could have been
University.
visiting,
Uh-huh.
or maybe we would on occasion drive down to Roseburg to visit Dick and Corolla. Maybe.
When you were that young?
I We had a car, so we could have done it, but not real likely. I think if that happened, it would be more likely Jefferson Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know it. This is a mystery.
Yep. Well, the
Uh,
style of house looks more like a University Street style
yeah,
up in that area.
yeah, true. Dormer windows. I think that's what that's called. What I have here, I said it was around 47. I was just kind of judging from my age
Uh-huh.
on this one. Now, I say a lot of stuff that just is speculation. I guess there'd be a question. Is speculation okay? I suppose it's okay, and I could leave it. Again, this isn't a scientific journal, so
Yeah. Yeah. I just leave it.
but you, yeah, looking for opinions.
Hmm.
Um, okay, I think this is Francis Willard.
Oh,
Uh,
I'll be darned.
I think, but I'm not 100% sure of that. Um, there's some ways that we can verify it. Although I think someday I would hope to get to the Historical Society there in Eugene and see if we couldn't find a picture of the front of Francis Willard,
Yeah.
because this may not be it at all. Although it does fit being a school.
Oh,
So
Is that spelled correctly, Bill? Francis? Is it CIS or
I,
SIS?
I believe it's good question. I believe it is because it does look funny. I'll
well, I think the way you have it spelled there is SIS, and it should be CIS.
oh, that could be.
Maybe
Yeah,
it looks funny.
yeah,
But
yeah. I'll
I
put a question mark about the spelling. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And Bill, what grade Francis Willard for you?
Third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
I think third. I think third. I think third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't go to Adams at all, did you?
Not Adams.
Yeah.
When we lived, I did go to Edison School, which is on the other side of town,
Uh-huh.
for a short period. In fact, I remember going to a school carnival there. I think that's where I got addicted to school carnivals. Uh,
You went to Edison, Bill?
I think it was called Edison. Yeah, it's still there. Actually, it's a brick building, and it looks it's an attractive looking building. It's well maintained. And
Good.
if you go by it today, for example,
So,
Wow.
so did you go to Edison first and then Francis Willard?
yes, you're right. We moved into the east side of town, like when we lived on University. I was old enough to be going to school then, and Edison would, I think, be the closest school.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think.
that probably was.
But you
And then we moved to 23rd Street, and then that's when I went to Francis Willard.
and Pat, you didn't go to Edison or Francis Willard?
I went to Francis Willard, yes, for kindergarten and the first half of the first grade, and then I went to Adams after because it was being built then. It was brand new.
So the first half of first grade?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
First,
Kindergarten and the first half of the first grade.
boy, so you had to move in the first grade.
Mm-hmm. That most of my classmates, transferred then to Adams also. So
Yeah.
um,
So
mhm,
after Christmas probably then.
probably, yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. This was Kennel Ellis, I believe. Uh, um, I'm guessing around 50. Um, Not awfully sure. So where would we be? Oh, this has to be this has to be not Jefferson. This has to be 23rd Street, I guess.
Well, I don't know because where I don't remember Grandma Troutman ever coming out to visit. And do you, Bill?
Yes, yeah, I do, but it seemed like it was Jefferson.
Well, because if we were still on 23rd Street, where in the world would Grandma have slept?
Good question. Yeah, really good question. So that may, well, um,
Well, I think where you say about 1950 could very well be right.
but do I look like a seventh grader there?
I think so.
Yeah, I would say
I
so,
think
Bill.
you could have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm getting out another piece of note paper, and you guys have just about talked me into it. Ellis.
And so Grandma would have come out by train then.
Yes.
And what a relief for Grandma Troutman to see that Mom was
Oh.
actually in a decent.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
That absolutely. True.
Yeah.
Mom must have felt much better about that.
Yeah.
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 I bet.
Yeah. I think you guys have good points there, and okay, I'll move those the words and pictures. Jefferson Street, I haven't composed anything, but this is Jefferson Street, right? This is the garage
Ye-
side.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's you on
Yeah.
the floor and Margaret's laying on top of you.
Yeah, that's Margaret, and there's Stan. I think you're studying something.
Yes. Physics, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what rocking chair is that? Or chair is that, Pat? or Bill?
It
This
look
one? I don't
it
remember it.
it kind of looks like Grandma's little child rocker. That's somebody who lives in this house uh, has currently.
Does it have this kind of a back? These
It,
slats?
yes, it does.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you have that chair then?
Well, I think Lee has it.
Lee has it. Oh, out in the garage.
Why are you blaming Lee? It seems like he's relatively innocent in this wrestling activity of
Oh.
yours.
But he's not in the room to defend himself.
That's that's the perfect way to do
and
it. I understand that
and
completely.
this picture settles that question about did we have curtains on that south window? And yes, we do.
Oh, that's right. That's
Uh,
absolutely right.
and they're
Yeah.
And
dark.
there, yeah,
Bet you they were green,
that dark green color.
that dark green. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
But,
Did I
but
have some words to put there?
but that picture would be kind of timeline wise is out of place.
The reason for that is
Big.
Jefferson Street. Yes. Yes. That is right. That's what I think was like maybe why I said Jefferson here, and I need to move it.
So
Uh,
the one, yeah, excuse me.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
the one because that's Margaret there, and she's fairly. I can't tell what age she is, but she's
Right.
and the picture of us taken on the couch. Margaret wasn't even born yet.
Yeah. Most of these pictures up here are, well, at least they're supposed to be all 23rd Street,
23rd
and
Street.
these are looking like they're all Jefferson Street, so they need to be moved.
Except for the one with the little kid with the Bill, you and me, and the little kid there.
Lamont.
That was on 20. That was
Right.
on 20 Lamont.
Say yeah. Okay. So, okay, I wrote Jefferson, and you think that's not true?
Well, Mom began babysitting Lamont shortly before we moved to Jefferson Street,
Right.
and and that was taken on at 23rd Street. That's in the background.
Backyard,
Back
backyard, the picket fence, and this is
tickets
the
and
Blueburgers or whatever they are.
harsh burgers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the picket fence that I caught my dress on when I was crawling across the picket fence when I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, well, you seem, boy, you were a little Dickens, weren't
I
you?
was gonna.
I
I
was.
said the same thing, Bill.
Yeah.
Pat was such a
Yeah.
rebel little kid.
I know. Yeah. I like to break the
No wonder
rules.
Mom tied you up to a tree.
Was it a tree that you were tied to?
Yeah, the tree in the little tree in the front yard. Yeah. Yeah.
You mean out in front?
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
the
What would the
humiliation.
neighbors
Well,
say?
Yes.
and what would Children's Services say?
Yeah, I can imagine somebody driving by and see this little girl tied up to a tree. That poor little girl. I'm surprised you weren't kidnapped and given to a good home, Pat.
I
Yes.
know. I know. Yeah. Maybe Mom was hoping I would be.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Were you old enough to read at the time?
Uh, uh, gosh, probably, like Dick and Jane sort of
Sorry,
reading.
certainly
Yeah.
being somewhat literate. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of any for sale signs or anything like that, but maybe not.
Uh,
Maybe not. The fourth picture over is Jefferson Street.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I will retain the Lamont picture in um, this what do we call it? Accordion? Is that right,
yeah.
Steve? Accordion?
Accordion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll retain it, and I'll move these other three then down to Jefferson Street. Okay.
The
Jefferson.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. So here's Jefferson Street,
Mm-hmm.
and arguably,
Mm-hmm.
this is actually a fairly late Jefferson Street,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah.
the porch
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
has been added. Yeah, I don't have an earlier one that I know of. There's that mailbox that you remembered,
Oh
Stan.
yes. Yes. There it is.
A little dot
Little black
there.
box.
And
Uh,
we do have earlier pictures of Jefferson Street.
Good, good. I think I'd like to have an earlier one.
Is uh,
I think.
does it have a picture of the holly tree in the front? I can't tell.
Oh, I,
But
oh,
well, it's hard to tell. There's a little bush-like thing here on the west edge of the porch. There's a step right here, and then it goes up. Just oh gosh, looks like maybe 5 inches or so, roughly, to the porch level. So this may have there wasn't there a porch and then what, like a couple of steps down, and then a walkway out to the driveway.
well, the porch extended all the way to the corner of the house. You know, the porch that we're looking at there,
Right,
the extended all the way to the corner of the house.
Or
right.
are you thinking before the new porch was put on, Bill?
Yeah, what the original
Oh,
porch
oh,
was
oh,
like.
oh, yes, 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 yes. I'm sorry.
So it's quite all right. It's quite all right. Yeah, I don't know what this sort of shrubbery looking thing is here. It's hard to
That's
tell.
probably the
There's a little.
holly tree
Excuse me,
there.
Holly. Well, there's a little thing right here that is about where I envisioned the holly that you guys have described. I just don't remember it.
Oh,
Um,
we had an azalea. There was wasn't there an azalea? Or was there? Am I thinking of a different place?
No,
Azalea?
I think you might be right, San.
Well, that'd be a decent size. Or
Uh-huh.
maybe this over here is the holly.
Or
Maybe.
vice versa.
Well, yeah, but azaleas aren't azaleas usually what, a foot, 2 feet high?
Oh, they can
Well,
be.
oh,
Can they be big? Okay.
yeah, the holly tree that we had was quite tall. I mean, it wasn't um um I when I was standing out on the porch, um I think that the holly tree probably was about the same height as I was when I was standing on the porch.
Oh. Well, that's kind of this, possibly this plant looks that tall.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think Dad trimmed it on occasion.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
uh, I remember sort of an evergreen type thing out here in front of the porch in early years that had been kind of not really been taken a lot of care of. It seemed like I remember using those long bladed clippers to trim it, but this may be a dream. I don't know.
Huh.
So, but it's not there. It's not
But
here. That's for
Pat
sure.
says we have some other pictures that might help.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
I'm making
Uh,
myself a note about looking at the older Jefferson Street picture.
yeah. That. I remember trying to make a sort of a square, sort of a squared off hedge like thing. Uh, okay.
And didn't
Okay.
the original
Well, the second picture.
Bill, didn't the original front porch have two steps down?
Well, I guess it'd be down to a two. I guess if you were going down, you take one step down, and then another step down, and then it was just kind
Yeah,
of a straight
yeah,
concrete
yeah.
walk. Is the way I
That's how I
remember it.
remember it
It
too.
wasn't real high. It wasn't real high. Um, yeah. This is one of the changes that was made by putting this porch in.
Pat,
Hmm.
was there a flower bed along on the old porch? Was there a flower bed along along,
Under the
yeah, under
window?
the, yes, thanks, Bill. Under the
Uh-huh.
window.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Was there, or am I making that up in my mind?
Ooh, um, I I would guess that there was, knowing mom and how she, liked to garden and have flowers. Um, I I would guess that there was, but I don't specifically remember.
Somehow I vaguely, well, maybe those pictures will help. Do you have
Yeah,
those, or does Margaret have those pictures, Pat?
I have I have s- I have several. I don't know whether there are any in the album that you have. You might take a look at to see if there's any Jefferson Street pictures, older
Okay,
of those. But yes, I have some here at home.
okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll take a look.
Okay.
This is Jefferson Street, I take it.
Yep.
Um, this might be what? Into the, this is a door going somewhere.
Well, you are sitting in the famous green chair.
Okay.
It looks like a Christmas
Uh,
tree to the. Isn't Bill looking at a Christmas tree, Pat?
This edge right here.
Yeah.
I can't tell what
Oh,
that is.
that's the phonograph and radio, Bill. That little cabinet by Margaret or a Pat. See Margaret, Pat's on the
Oh,
floor.
you think you think right
Yeah,
here, right along this edge? Ah,
yeah,
okay.
that's the phonograph
Okay.
and radio.
Okay.
Well, what wall is that then, I
Yeah, I was wondering
wonder?
too, Pat.
What
Uh,
what is what is it up in that upper right hand corner?
I thought that was a
What is it?
Christmas part of it. I thought that was part
yeah,
of a.
it looks like it could be a Christmas tree, the fuzzy branches.
But
Huh.
that doesn't. But it'd be kind of an odd Christmas tree.
Well, let's see. Pat looks like she's a little leery of it.
I
The way
know. Yeah,
the way you're looking like is going to attack
right.
you.
But yeah, yeah.
Stan's interested in the picture or whoever's
Yeah,
taking the
yeah. Who's
picture,
ever taking it?
and I'm intrigued by this possible Christmas tree. First picture with me with glasses on.
Oh, is it? Oh,
So
Yeah.
it looks like there's a corner behind the chair right there. Yeah, like
Oh,
that. It's
I
like
think you're
there,
right. I
like
think you're
maybe.
right.
Boy, I can't figure out what wall that is.
Well, I can't either. The heater would be right around here if this were where the phonograph was at one
yeah.
time
Well,
on
that,
the
yeah,
kitchen dining room
That
wall.
seems unlikely. What's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
behind?
I agree.
What's that behind Pat's head? There are two on the picture. It's to the right of Pat's head. It's
Let's
between
see.
Pat's head and me.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
right
What
in
is that?
here. Can't tell. Can't tell.
Who provided the picture? Do you recall?
I don't. I
Uh,
don't. They've come in from a lot of places. Well, family.
yeah, I'm not. I know I've seen that picture before, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I'll see if I can find it in my albums. Um,
I, I can make this bigger, like with those pictures of mom at the garage.
oh, okay.
But now whether that'll help or not, I don't know. But it might.
Huh.
Okay.
I can try. That'll help get some text for down
Yeah.
here. Um, since I mainly what I was wanting to do was to resolve some of my guesses in the text.
Oh, wait,
I
wait.
think
I'm sorry to
yes,
interrupt, but the picture, that
that's okay.
picture, and if you jump over the two of you to the right, there's a picture, and Pat's wearing the same thing, and so am I. And there is a Christmas tree in that picture.
Well, this has to be then the garage
No,
window.
that's the dining room. Oh, well, wait, is it that? No,
It's
that's not.
the drape here. Yeah, this is a this is the window. I'm guessing dining room. Could it be the dining room?
Well, I thought it was the dining room, but is the green chair behind me?
In this picture, I'm guessing that it's behind you. The green chair is behind you. Mom standing, holding stand, looking at the Christmas tree. Probably Dad taking this picture. Uh,
Well, maybe that is the front room then, and that's the um
We al-
could
we always
yeah.
put the Christmas tree in the big by the big window in front of the big window.
well, that would fit then with having the Christmas tree
Yeah.
But
would be in front of the living room, the big living room
but
window.
why would the radio be where on that other picture to the left of that picture, Bill? Why would that radio phonograph be there?
That doesn't fit very well.
Huh.
And
Uh,
are you standing on a table there,
It
Stan?
looks like it, yeah.
yes, I think
Yeah,
so.
Mom's not holding me. She's just making sure I don't fall over.
Well,
Huh.
that's what we hope.
Yeah. So that would I'd be two there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that looks like a good age.
Huh.
What I don't understand going back to this picture is I can't understand what this little square thing is. This looks like the edge of a like a wall or something like
Yeah, it
that
does.
to
Yeah.
me.
We never
But I and we have a square looking little uh, one of the things that I can do without, it'll just take a little bit of time, is I can enlarge these pictures to make it as big as Mom there where the in the garage, and uh, that's about as big as I can get them, and it might help to recognize it. Suppose we do this. Here's something that I'm thinking about. I have a lot of text that I can add right now, and I have no text on some of this stuff. So if we break for a while, for a week or whatever, and 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 I can clean up some of the text and move some of the pictures around, and then we could attack it again. Um,
Yeah, that sounds like probably a good idea.
I think so. You're going to need to be scooting here fairly soon, Pat.
What time is it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this might not be a bad time to quit.
Yeah.
Um,
Ma-
yeah,
I just wanted to oh, there's the picture of that picture is duplicated there, the one
it
that's to
is.
uh-huh.
It
Okay.
is. Right. Yeah, the completeness of the editing it goes down as we get more and more recent.
Ah, got it. Okay.
So there's that's you're part of that. Well, I guess all of us are part of that right now.
So in that, just very quickly, in that last grouping of pictures that we were looking at,
That would be this.
yes. So that picture of you and me, in between, yeah, that one, that was taken at the University Street. Um,
Yes. Yes.
yeah. So that
Uh,
needs to
that
be.
that one needs to go. You're quite right.
Yep. Okay.
And I'll do that. So maybe let me do some editing, moving pictures around. Let you scoot, Pat. What is it? Oh my gosh, it's practically noon. Oh,
I thought Stan was going to have to leave about
Well,
11.
Dina's apparently not ready, so I've got more time here.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
good, good,
Okay.
good.
Well, I'll scoot, and then that'll leave you and Bill a little bit of time to talk about whatever you were going to be doing
Yeah.
this morning.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. If Stan, if we can get rid of my little sister, we might just have some nice guy talk. I think.
I know I rudely interrupted, so
Oh,
Okay. All right.
well, once again, fun and I suppose profitable, useful. Getting these things more socially appropriate, getting some things right, dates right, pictures right. I really
good.
appreciate all the help. Thank you
Okay,
so much,
Okay.
folks.
I'll
you bet. So if you'll unshare your screen,
Oh, and I always forget that,
okay.
don't I?
I'll stop the
Uh,
recording also. I've got the recording here going.
that's right. I forgot that part.